Welcome to the channel. This is Add Model 2 training for your incoming SAT to get you to a higher score. Take a pen and paper and let's take a ride. You learn something. We're going to use Desmos and algebra and concept. Are you ready? Let's get to it. First question. This is being given expression and they say K is a positive constant. If the sum of the real solution to this equation is 15, what is the value of K? The best way to approach this is to leave the equation alone. I'm going to show you how to use Desmos and algebra, but you have to understand the algebra. Look at it. Just rewrite the equation and then move everything to the right side. Don't open anything because this is common to all of it. That is your function. And that is based on that. You can tell the root is right there. And therefore, this is what we have. It's equal to 14. Now, since this is common, I factorize it out. I get 7x minus 14, and this will be 7x minus 14. If you factorize this, you have minus 10x. This will be k, and this is equal to 0. The product rule, two numbers multiplied to each other give you 0. That means this has to be 0. 7x minus 14 is equal to 0. X is equal to 2. This is your first root. The second one is this. This is equal to 0. Simplify. I get minus 3x plus k minus 14 is equal to 0. Well, x is going to be what? Just simplify. K minus 14 over 3. This is the second root. Put this in Desmos, and Desmos will help you solve it easily. Then I'll show you how you can use Desmos from the beginning. So let's go to Desmos. So to use Desmos, just input the function that you've been given, the same thing. Don't change anything, just the expression. And I'll pick a slider. K is equal to 1. When I pick it, it plots the function for me. You see, there's two solutions. But if you look at the graph carefully, 7x minus 14 is common to all. Therefore, one of the solutions has to be 2. And this is here, 2. It does not move, right? If I move this, the right, the 2 is stable because the whole function is dependent on that. That means I need to change the left one to give me an answer of 15 plus the 2, right? So 2 plus what will give you 15? 13. I got to move this to 13. Based on that, this has to be positive. If I move it, you can see that it's here. It's right at the 15 range. I just need to change this slowly to 13. 13 should be right here. And the answer choice is what? K is 53. And this is the same thing we will get if we put our answer choice that we got for the algebra. And let me show you. We had 2, which is equal to what? K minus 14 over 3. And so I'm going to take this off over 3, and we regress it to what? 15. And this is what we get. K is also 53. So our answer with the algebra, the solution was 2. The second solution was K minus 14 over 3. If you regress both of them, you're going to get 53. And this is how you can solve it with algebra and Desmos. Straightforward, like I said, we're learning concept and how to deal with this kind of question that will prepare us for Model 2. Second question is a quadratic equation. I'm going to show you two methods of how to apply it. Concept and then Desmos. Quadratic function f passes through this point. You need the algebra to understand that. It passes through this point. 6, 0, look at it. This tells you this is a root because y is equal to 0. The y f of s attain a minimum value of minus 8. Minimum value, that means minimum is down here. It's a vector. It's minus 8. And x is what? 4. That means in the middle, x is the axis of symmetry, is 4. You break it down as you go. That's why I say algebra is very important. Therefore, your vectors is 4 minus 8. They say this is the quadratic equation. What is the value of a plus b plus c? There is a concept given. If you look at it, if I give you a point, which is a root, this is one of the roots, right? It's s squared. That means 2 roots. And I give you this as the vectors. Minimum at minus 8 when s is 4 That means you have axis of symmetry. What should it be? 1 root is 6. Therefore, if this is the function, this is the axis of symmetry, which is 4, 1 root to 6. The other one has to be here, 2. It has to be here. The distance has to be 2. Therefore, another root, second root is 2 and 0. You see? So you have how many roots? 2 zeros, 6, 0, and then we have the vectors. You can put this in Desmos, and then you plot your graph, and you're done. Those who love algebra, I will show you how to proceed. If you want to stick with this, all you need to do is to put it in the vectors formula. And what is that? F of x is equal to what? A. You need A. X minus 4 square minus 8, right? That is your vectors equation. You need A. If you need A, pick any of the roots. If we put this here, we can use it to find A. F of 2 means this is 0, right? A, I don't know. I put 2 minus 4 square minus 8, right? A here, this is 4, this is minus 8. Therefore, A is 2, right? And then you can just put it in equation. Now your rare equation is what? This is now your rare equation. Your f of s is actually A, right? X minus 4 square minus 8. That's all. What is always f of A plus B plus C? A plus B plus C is actually f of 1 if you put it in this function. Therefore, just put where s is, just put 1 there. I know this is 2. So 2, 1 minus 4 square, 8. And this will give you 10 if you calculate, because this is 9, 9, 2, 18. 18 minus 8 is 10. And therefore, f of 1, which is A plus B plus C, is 10. That is the completion of algebra. How long does it take you? If you know what to do, it does not take more than 30 seconds. If you want to put in Desmos, after you calculate, you know your numbers and the axis of symmetry, you may get a few time from it. So let's look at it. So first, define your function, which is that. But we know our points. So we have 3 points that we got to deal with. We have our root, 6, 2, these are 0, 0. And then we have our vectors, which is 4 minus 8. And then you plot your graph. You know this is a quadratic equation. I get quadratic, and I have this. Then copy this, or you don't need to. You can just go here, just export those functions as a constant regression. And then you have your answer. A is 2, C is 24, and B is minus 16. And therefore, A plus B plus C is also 10. This is how you use Desmos. First, you define your function. You know your point, but you need the algebra to find the other root, which is 2, 0. You can try to regress the vectors and this 6 together and still be able to get something, but you may have to guess too much. Here we have 3 points. We're more likely to get the answer choice. And then Desmos just split the information for us. So the right answer is 10. It's our concept using your knowledge of a little bit of algebra. Tell what is the value of cos 84 pi, cos 35 pi, and 85 pi over 2? Look, this is the way you do it. Remember, cosine and sine, they rotate every 2 pi, right? Pi is what? 180. Every 2 pi is 360. So that's how they rotate. So everything they give you, try to reduce it under that. So cos 84 pi is actually 2 pi. What is it going to give you? You're going to get remainder 0. That means you go full rotation. Therefore, this is actually cos 0. That's all. Same thing. 35 pi, where reduce it over 2 pi. What is going to happen? This will be left with what? Remainder 1 over 2, because the 2 is under half. So what is half rotation? Half rotation is just 180. So this is like 180. You're just going 180 degrees, right? Which is, if this is the axis, you move from here to here. And this is -1. You can see this is -1. Cos 0 is 1. This is the tricky one. 85 pi over 2. Because of the fraction, we're still reducing it over 2. So this become like half, it becomes 85 actually over 4, right? So when you simplify 8, 4 can go into 85 what? 21 times, and you'll be left with what? Pi over 4, right? Or 1 over 4. The 1 over 4 is what? A quarter of a revolution. This is a full revolution. A quarter is what? 90, right? Cos 90 is what? 0. And then you're done. They get 1 minus that and that. If you add them together, you get 0. So this is the way you do this kind of question. It's not that complicated if you understand how to do it. Some people also use some strategy. They call it even and odd, but you got to be careful. This is an what? Even number, right? So even number, and this is odd. Even numbers usually have +1 if it's cosine, and then odd number -1. So that's another way of looking at it. If you are running out of time, just look at it carefully and say, oh, this is an even number. It should be positive equals to cosine. This is an odd number. It should be negative. And you know this, you have to calculate this. And you say this is because of the half function, it will square it up and everything will cancel out and you'll be left with 0. So this is the way you solve this question. I think it's the hardest of all the questions in this video. It look complicated, but I'll show you the concept. This is be expressed, right? It said expression above can be written in this form, where A, B, C are positive integers. What is the smallest possible value of that? If you can solve this in Desmos, just put it in the comment section and let me know. Show me how you do it, because it can be done, but Desmos will be looking for so many numbers to satisfy. Algebra beat Desmos in this. It will take a little bit longer, maybe 30 seconds, but you'll be struggling trying to manipulate numbers with Desmos. Let me show you. Every time you see this kind of function and they want you to express it, just use what we call prime numbers. So square root of 75, just divide it by prime numbers. I would say 3 and 25, which will be what? 3 is 5, right? Same thing. 45. Use prime numbers, 9 and 5. And this will be what? 3, 2, and 5. You're done. And then you say, oh, square root. I'm going to put half of it. And this is cube root. I'm going to put 1/3. And when you simplify this, this will be 3.5. This will be 5. This will be 3, 2/3. And this will be 5, 1/3. That's the first stage. Now, look at it. 5 is separate, so I will write it here. Now, I'm going to write this expression here. I have 5, 3.5, 3 2/3, and 5 1/3. Simplify this expression. Half and 2/3 is actually 7 over what? 6. So this is going to give me 5. This 3 will be 3, 7 over 6, and 5 1/3. 7 over 6 can be written as what? 1, 3, 1, 6, right? Because 1, 1, 6, right? And this is 5, 1/3. I'm trying to break it down so that next time when you see this kind of question, so this will be 15. But 3, 1, 6 and 5, 1/3, you got to make the denominator the same. 5, 1/3 is the same thing as 5 what? You got to make it 1/3. So think about it. It's 2 over 6. So this is actually 2 over 6. So 5, 2 over 6. And therefore, this is your answer. Simplify it. This would be 15. Then you have what? The base will be 3. 6 go here. 5 squared. This is the same thing as that. And what do you think is the answer? We're going to have 15, 6, and 75. And that is our baby. And then when you add all of them, 15 plus 6 plus 75 is going to give you 96. So the smallest possible value of A plus B plus C, this is why you got to do this in your hand, but you got to go faster. It's because of that. Because if you try to use Desmos, you will try to find, it may not give you, integers, it may give you a bunch of variable. But if you can solve it with that, go ahead. I just need to show you the most comfortable, the most easiest way to solve this. You can see what is going on. And this is a question 4. If you have another comment, just put in the comment section and let me know. Question 5 is a percentage question. If you read this carefully, you see that this is not that complicated question. A paint store consists of what? In making a mixture of red, blue, and green paint. The mixture is about 450 ml of what? Red paint, which is 35% of the total of the volume. The amount of blue paint is 65% of the remaining paint after the red paint is added. If the green paint is about P% of the total, what is the value of P? Look at it carefully. We have red, blue, and green. They will make up 100%. And he said what? The red is 35% of the mixture. They give you the volume. Do you need it? I don't think so, because all these things were in percentage. Therefore, I'll stick with percentage. 35%. What is left? The left is the remaining is going to be 65%. If 65%, the amount of blue paint is 65% of that 65. Therefore, blue paint is 0.65% of the 65, which is going to give you what? Think about it, 42.25%. But the total is 65%. Therefore, the green has to be 65 minus that. And this is 22.5%. The question asks you P%. Therefore, answer 2275. D 450 is a distractor. That's why you got to read the question carefully and understand what is being asked. 5 question. What is your score? How did you do? Put down in the comment. But I hope you learned something for your model 2 to go get 800 on your next SAT. Thank you for watching.